Trapped in the system, why working Brits still can't afford a decent life. Once upon a time, the phrase "hard work pays off" was a promise, a guiding belief that if you woke up early, clocked in and put in the effort, you'd be rewarded with stability, dignity, maybe even a mortgage and a holiday or two. But in today's Britain, that promise is breaking. Across the country, millions of working people, nurses, teachers, retail workers, delivery drivers, even junior professionals are discovering that work, even full-time work, no longer guarantees a decent life. In this video, we'll explore the systemic pressures trapping working Brits in a cycle of survival. We'll uncover how the cost of living, stagnant wages, housing shortages, and policy decisions have created a modern class of working poor. The rise of the working poor. The idea that a job lifts you out of poverty is no longer true for millions. Today, more than half of people living in poverty in the UK come from working households. According to the Joseph Rowntree Foundation, over 56% of working-age adults in poverty are employed. That's over 8 million people. This isn't just a statistic, it's a crisis. Many workers live paycheck to paycheck. A single unexpected cost, a broken boiler, a dental emergency, or even an expensive train ticket can mean skipping meals, delaying bills, or falling into debt. Take the case of Sam, a single dad in Manchester who works 45 hours a week as a warehouse supervisor. After rent, utilities and food, he's left with under £100 a month. Holidays, savings, retirement? Out of the question. He's not lazy. He's not careless. He's trapped in a system that punishes those trying their best. Wages are not keeping up. Let's look at the numbers. From 2010 to 2024, the cost of living in the UK rose by over 30%. But real wages, the value of earnings after adjusting for inflation, have barely moved. In fact, during 2022 and 2023, inflation outpaced wage growth so sharply that many workers experienced an effective pay cut. According to the Office for National Statistics, inflation hit 11.1% in October 2022, the highest in 40 years. Meanwhile, average wage growth during that period hovered around 6%. That's a 5% gap, and while top executives receive record bonuses, frontline staff and junior professionals saw their pay stagnate or shrink. The gap between effort and reward is widening, and it's causing widespread frustration and fatigue. Housing is no longer a safety net. For generations, owning a home was seen as the reward for hard work. Today it's becoming an unattainable dream. Let's start with renters. In cities like London, Bristol and Edinburgh, average rents now consume 40% to 60% of a worker's monthly income. The average rent in the UK hit over £1,200 per month in 2024, a 25% increase in just 2 years. For homeowners, the story isn't better. Due to rising interest rates, many mortgage holders saw their repayments shoot up by £200 to £500 per month. Some were forced to sell, downsize, or even move back in with family. There's also a huge shortage of affordable homes. According to Shelter UK, the country needs over 3 million more homes to meet demand. But housing isn't just about cost. It's about mental stability. Without a secure place to live, everything else, work, family, education, starts to unravel. The price of essentials. It's not just housing that's unaffordable. Energy bills more than doubled in 2022. A typical dual-fuel household saw annual costs rise from £1,200 to over £2,500. The government's energy price guarantee helped temporarily, but only partially. Food prices are up too. According to the British Retail Consortium, the average cost of essential groceries rose by over 17% in 2023. 1 in 7 Brits now skips meals due to cost. Childcare. The UK has some of the highest childcare costs in Europe, averaging £14,000 per child per year. Transport. Skyrocketing rail fares and petrol prices mean commuting to work is a financial burden in itself. The result? People are working more, but living less. Shrinking public services. Public services are meant to cushion economic pressures. But after more than a decade of austerity, many have been hollowed out. NHS waiting lists reached a record 7.5 million in 2023. Mental health services are underfunded. Council budgets have been slashed, impacting libraries, youth centers, and public transport. For working people, this means higher out-of-pocket costs, paying for private dental care, driving further for childcare, or missing work for delayed GP appointments. A broken public sector forces people to fend for themselves, further widening the inequality gap.